Jeremiah doesn't work with a lot of different people. He doesn't work with a lot of different collaborators. So if you're blessed to have a 50-song pack of Jeremiah hooks, I mean, shit, I guess you can become Hitmaka. What up, y'all? It's your boy Hitmaka in the building, tuned in right now. I was an artist. I wasn't a producer. I was produced my whole career by Bugs and, man, Go Getters, GLC, Really Though, Shayla G. Man, like, a lot of people don't have that Chicago history. Like, I came up around that whole, like, nucleus that was happening in Chicago. I was, like, the youngest guy. A lot of people might not know that Shauna was actually, like, a big influence on my career. I was her hype man at the time when she was getting some head with DTP and all these different things. And she was actually my next door neighbor. So, like, that means everything to me. I mean, Kanye, No ID, Bugs, they produced my whole demo. Like, I had a whole song on my demo over the Jesus Walks beat, and then Jesus Walks became Jesus Walks. It wasn't even, that beat wasn't even that name when we did it. These people that we talking about, like, they kind of like groom me, or like indirectly and directly, but Bugs was specifically my mentor, which led to me getting signed to DMX record label off Def Jam, Bloodline Records. A typical day with DMX.
Hey, yo, shorty, take a dog, take a dog, you know, walk your dog.
Wow, he was really prolific. Like, he was amazing. Like, the man would drink like a fifth of whole Remy Grand Cru and smoke every blunt in the world. Had the police go get the weed for him, do like 10 songs, fall asleep, be snoring. And the rule was can't nobody touch the dog. Like,
when the dog sleep, don't nobody touch the dog.
Yeah, it's like, holy shit. So we gotta really sit here for like 3-4 hours, like, and not go nowhere because the dog sleep. But I ran into him recently at the Topanga Mall in LA, and it's always been the same love, and I really appreciate the impact he had on my life. Oh, holy shit. All right, DMX story. Come on, class in session, guys. So I'm a young kid. We're shooting Exit Wounds, the movie, and we're in Toronto, Canada with Steven Seagal, and this man has on all type of foreign drip, like literally like sensei drip, you know, and like we running around, and I'm out there and we're having dinners at his house, and like at this time I was a virgin. I had no hair on my dick. Niggas had full beards and all this other shit, and I was 4'4". We're at the club, I'm with DMX or whatever, we're having the greatest time of our life. Now a girl likes me. I stumbled across my first piece of pussy. We go back to the hotel, like we in the car, I'm having a good ass time or whatever, and then we get to the hotel. Now, DMX, of course, he's a star, so like I'm a part of the entourage, so the star goes before, and I'm just chilling, and then I go to my hotel room. Now, coincidentally, my hotel room was right next to DMX. He had the presidential suite, and I had like 1602, and I was right next to him or whatever. I'm walking in with the girl, literally, swear to God on my life, I put the key into the hotel room, and like DMX just opened the door like, shorty. I'm like, what the fuck? Is this nigga literally a dog? Like, how the fuck this nigga smell? He like a scent smell me come on. He like, shorty, I think you left your purse in my room. Mind you, we never went to the fucking hotel. We just met these girls at the club. He talking about she left her purse in the room. What'd she do? Left me for DMX. Another L for the books. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Coming up with the name Hitmaka, I was in a studio with Jordan Hollywood, who signed a QC. We were in Miami, and I just said it randomly, and I just ran with it. It wasn't nothing consciously. It wasn't like, yo, like, all right, I'm gonna stop this. I'm not being Yung Berg no more. I'm gonna be Hitmaka. Like, it was nothing. It just happened organically, so it was meant to be. Me and Jeremiah are serial collaborators. Like, he changed my life literally. Like, he was one of the first people that really embraced me to the fact that, like, Jeremiah doesn't work with a lot of different people. He doesn't work with a lot of different collaborators. So if you're blessed to have a 50-song pack of Jeremiah hooks, I mean, shit, I guess you can become Hitmaka. I was doing love and hip hop, and I never met Jeremiah before. And like, Jeremiah was a super talented act. He's from Chicago, I'm from Chicago. We never crossed paths though. So one night, we go to Puff Daddy's studio in Hollywood. Like, I put a cartoon up. I imagine this shit happen or whatever. So we go to the fucking studio, and it's supposed to be a Hazel E session. I ain't gonna lie. And we end up working, and we end up creating like 2 songs. And of course, like, I had bigger ideas and bigger opportunities aware for the song. So I took the song to Meek Mill, and it became the first song that Meek Mill and Chris Brown collaborated on. It was All I Want Is You, but it never came out. I mean, it got leaked, but it's still around, you know? Favorite is probably one of my favorite songs that I've ever co-produced and co-wrote. The process of that record is really crazy because, okay, look, Jeremiah, like, he comes to the studio and says, hey, I'm here, but I only got 15 minutes. Like, what the fuck? Who comes to the studio with 15 minutes to spare before getting on a flight? So we're in there, and I'm working with Nicki Minaj at the time, and Nicki Minaj was so great, and she was such a blessing for my career because she really juiced me up. And like, at that point, like, Nicki was the biggest thing ever, and she still is, you know what I'm saying, to me in my eyes. And fucking, she gave me a lot of love. She gave me her studio. I used to have that shit on lock. Like, everybody would come through. I had it, like, everybody was like, damn, Yung Berg is really with Nicki Minaj. Like, it was like a weird thing. Like, people would see me in pictures with her and be like, what the fuck is Yung Berg doing with Nicki Minaj? So he came to the studio. I was working with her engineer, Big Juice, shout out to Juice. And I had the beat. It was produced by Rob Holiday, myself, and DJ Camper. And like, they had a whole different like break beat in it where like the tempo sped up and it was just something weird. I reconstructed the whole fucking song, made it to the beat that it is today. Jeremiah went in the booth and mumbled like, you know how it goes when you do a song, or you might not know, but here it is. When you do a song, you just go in there and do melodies, and we'll pick out the great line or the great moments that happen in that melody. You could go for the whole take. And I heard him say, I just want to be your favorite. We took it, chopped it up. That was the hook. From there, if you listen to it, it's just, I just want to be a favorite. I just want to be a favorite. It's that one take. He nailed it, came back. I was like, you know what? I was so inspired by like his work with DJ Khaled. Shout out to DJ Khaled, like how Holds You Down and like different songs will have like a hook before the hook. And it's the intro start like that. I'm like, yo, we gotta write a whole different vibe right here at the beginning. We wrote that vibe. We did a song in 20 minutes, came back, went, reconstructed it. Shout out to Candace Boy, who is the vocal on there, because I really loved Kanye West, his outro on his first album, College Dropout, where it was like, cheers to the rock. Like, it had a sample saying it. I was like, how the fuck is the sample saying exactly what they wanted to say? Learned that trick, made her into a sample in the outro. Aaron Ray, who signed to Interscope, is also have background vocals on that record, and his favorite. Drake, Jaded, that's an amazing record. I just been in a groove with Ty Dolla $ign. Like, when I became vice president of Atlantic Records, Wiz and Ty were the first people from the company that really we started working with and just going crazy with. And I had a home at Glenwood Studio, and shit, it would be like a club. Like, everybody would be there. That's how the records would be created. And Drake had sent Ty the record. I think it was an open verse at first. We had wrote a verse. Then we had did all the other stuff, and then Drake ended up not using the verse that Ty did and keeping all the backgrounds and the ad-libs and the shit that we did through the song. So that's how this one came together. I work with a great guy. His name is Krishan. He's an amazing talent. He's my business partner. And we came up with the beat and the whole song in probably like 45 minutes. And then Jeremiah came. He did the song with me. And then from there, P&B Rock came a little after. He did the song. And then P&B Rock took his version to Atlanta when Meek first got out of jail. And he played it for Meek, and Meek was like, yo, like, I want this record. And then from there, it just turned into something that was phenomenal. It changed both our lives. It was our first #1 record together. Boogie, he'll go. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta tell him to stop. He'll go forever. So they had this record for so long. They couldn't clear this record. This record had been in the clearing process for probably 9 months, and it was a record that he loved. A Boogie never worked with no other like guy like me that does what I do, you know, and we all went to Hawaii. We ended up working on this album, we're in Hawaii, and I ended up putting the sauce on the whole record. Like we went through so many passes, we wanted drums on it, maybe this, maybe that, but we decided that we just simply put with the snaps, and then not only that, the song was like 5 minutes long. So I structured the song, I made it a 3-minute and 30-second hit, and it was our first #1 hit record together. It was my intro to my album. Of course, I'm dropping, Thot Box is out now. It was gonna be the intro to my album. Fabulous did a verse for me. Shout out to my brother Fabulous. And I went to the studio and I played it for 2 Chainz. I'm like, yo, I want you to get on this record for my shit. He like, nah, shout out, this my shit. Like, hell no, like you can't have this, this mine. And I've always loved and revered 2 Chainz for so long. Like, we've been very close from before Duffel Bag, like Player Circle, you know, like when he was Titty Boy. Like, if you go look at the Duffel Bag, you remember how people used to have physical copies with the thank yous? He thanked me in a Player Circle, the Duffel Bag Boy shit, so how could I tell him no? Thot Box is really like something that just happened organically. It wasn't like I was trying to do it. Like, I went to Atlanta, I was with Nonstop, I was with London J, we were in Mean Street Studios, they played me this hook, and I'm like, yo, we could perfect this a little bit more, maybe do this, and I was like, oh shit, I love this after we did the changes. And then we go to LA, I have the record, Namir records the whole record, and I'm like, I need this for my shit. Meek does his verse next. 2 Chainz, of course, after stealing my song for him and Ariana Grande, returns the favor and does the verse for me. Then A Boogie, and then Tyga. Tyga is a serial collaborator with me too. Like, if I send Tyga something to his phone, if he likes it, he's gonna do it in less than 24 hours. Like, that's how he works. We 7 songs out of top 50. 7 of them are mine that's on urban radio. Shout out to Chris Sean, shout out to my whole team, everybody that's helping me do this shit. Thot Box will be #8. And then we'll just continue to climb the charts. Me and my run right now is more so like about taking myself out of the ego-driven shit. Like, that's just been my new shit. Like, what can you do? How can you help somebody? How can you put somebody else in a position? It's not about me no more. Like, at the end of the day, it's more so about the business and behind the scenes and really just helping people succeed and put their dreams on. And now I got my own thing, and it's really just coming fruition. People said Yung Berg would never have another hit record. That's why Hitmaka does.